What's up guys on YouTube? How are you guys today? Well, today's vlog is how to on a 12 volt light bulbs on a 12 volt battery. These are LEDs, by the way, these two LEDs right here are 12 volts. And I just been curious on how I can light a different way off the grid kind of thing, but I still have to charge the battery, on the grid and stuff, but I haven't figured that all out yet. But we have some different things we got here. We have the, LED light bulbs here, you guys can see those two different LEDs, but they're the same exact thing. The one off of 12 volts, I got a couple of LED clips here. I have a major 12 volt battery, 70 amps in it. I also have a fuse. I know. It's just a fuse holder, by the way. You guys don't really know what these are. Just a standard fuse. And I also just got a single pole, single switch. That's about it. And I also want to show you guys today, I have a mini 70C bulb. This is a actual 100 AC volts. This probably will not work on 12 volts, but I can try to light it up for you guys. But yeah, I'm kind of interested in how everything is going to work. Now let's go ahead and someone put all this stuff together here. Well, first of all, we're going to go ahead and test out the 70C bulb and see if it's going to light up with a 12 volt circuit. Now, typically AC bulbs won't light up with 12 volts. If you actually have 12 volt light bulbs, like I have over here. Now I have two different colors here. I have red and black. Of course, the red is your plus and the ground is the negatives. Because this is, like I said, is all low voltage, by the way. Everything here you see is a low voltage item. But you get more serious with your batteries and stuff like that. Well, might work pretty good. But let's put these LED clips on the terminals here. I have made a different type of unit with those slide-on connectors. But let's see if this is going to light up. I don't think it's going to light up here, guys. This is the first time I'm actually lighting up a 12 volt or a standard light bulb here. Nope. Oh well, barely. You guys can actually see the glow. What's in it? You guys can see that? It does somewhat work, but it doesn't get as bright like it normally does. That's kind of interesting. I like that. Very interesting. This is kind of an experiment on how everything somewhat works here. Now, the reason why we are doing this experiment is to see how we can make a light source out of a battery without using a lamp like this. Why can't we just use a battery operated lamp? But hey, we don't have those yet. But this is something I'm doing. This is just an experiment here, guys. Now, on these little bulbs, and yes, these are twist-on bulbs, by the way. You guys can see. It's a standard single 12 volt bulb. I got these a long time ago, and that's the socket to go in as well. But these are pretty nifty. I'm thinking about putting these in some type of enclosure eventually. I just don't know what type of enclosure I'm going to put them in yet. And this is the exact same bulb. Same thing. Same style sight. But right now everything is kind of on this little piece of aluminum scrap ball here, and I just drilled a couple holes here and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a pretty small little light fixture. And it's also pretty lightweight. Now we have two different types of terminals here, but they're all the same actually. One connects to this one connects to that one. I actually have 4 wires here. No big deal here. Well, let's go ahead and hook up the circuit here. We're just going to put the alligator clip here. Boop. And we're going to clip the 2 wires together. And we're going to go ahead and use the fuse. Okay, is a protective circuit, by the way. This is not always you don't need, but I actually do like to protect certain things and make sure certain things don't get too out of control with the voltages from the thing itself. And I want to make sure I do have a 20 amp fuse, and this is a 7 amp unit. The battery 7 amps, but hey, this works for, you know, just experimenting with and being safe with all your electrical needs. So, and we'll take the on alligator clip and we clip it to the on end. This wire, make sure it bites on that wire pretty nicely. And I got my fuse, I got my switch, you know, I got the battery. And right now it's on the off mode. Make sure we don't accidentally blind us here, because these bulbs are very great. Now, see how many amps does these have in them? You know, 300 milliamps here. This is a 300 milliamp. And it uses 2.2 watts. These are 12 volt light bulbs. These can actually run on 12 volts. Pretty interesting. I actually like the idea of running all sorts of things off 12 volts, but not everything does, because most of my electronics run off of AC, not 12 volts. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to pick these bulbs up like this. Because these bulbs are going to be super bright. And let's go ahead and flick them on. You guys can see, now I have myself almost a portable light source. Okay, now these are not like a standard LED. You know, very soft white LEDs, and I just have a simple circuit. Simple circuit here, guys. A 12 volt power source for the LED's lights. You have a ground going to the one side. I have the positives going to the end of the fuse, the switch, and the fuse goes here, goes to the switch, goes up, and goes into the lights themselves to turn them on and off. This is a very simple circuit I have played around with for a couple days. Now I did this with a small 12 volt battery. Now you can also do this with a 12 volt AC plug as well, but if you want to make this more portable and more lighting up in different areas, you can light up a different area. Now, the way these lights are designed, they're not like a standard light bulb. Like this light bulb here, we reflect light this way. These two light bulbs actually reflect light down, where you can actually have a pretty cool workstation or type of light you want to use. Now, I salvaged the sockets out of an old cam light, that had these neat little sockets in it. They're kind of interesting. Just somewhat to play around with. It's very interesting to see on how these work. Now you can use a regular light bulb or regular incandescent filament bulb, and also these in these sockets. Now the way when I hold this up, you guys can see it lights up pretty nice. It lights up to the station pretty good. It's only two 12 volt bulbs. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, you just gotta understand on how you're going to put it in. or what you're gonna use it for. I just don't know what I'm gonna use it for yet, but it's just one of those understanding kind of things. Now, I do have the wires going through this little brass thing, and this is just the top for something. But I've just been messing around with it and seeing if it actually seems to work. And it seems to work pretty good with the 12 volt circuit of the type of battery and 12 volt you can use. Now, of course, you can probably use a car battery too if you really wanted to, but I don't recommend using anything bigger than this type of battery right here, because if you want to make it smaller and you want to make it compact, you can actually use a 12 volt battery, or you can use two 6 volt batteries and make them into 12 volts as well. But it's very interesting here, guys. It's interesting on how technology works and how everything kind of works in the sense of the way it does. Now, not everything is going to run off of 12 volts. Say my cordless fan over there doesn't run off of 12 volts. That runs off of AC only. It runs off of 9 volts. And you're going to have to probably build a power supply or something. It would have the different voltages in it for a different phone to work. Now, you can also use a inverter, a car inverter. It would take 12 volts in and it steps down to AC. And that's a good way too. But if you just want a simple 12 volt circuit and you don't have to mess with the inverters and making your circuits and stuff, you can just use a 12 volt battery, two 12 volt LED lights, a 20 amp fuse, and a switch, and you just put this all in a project box. Any type of box if you want to light up certain things. Or say you want to light up Halloween kind of things off the grid, you can also do that too. But these are not designed for outdoors, they're only designed for indoors because they're not as watertight. Same with the battery. But yeah, we just got a single ground going to one of the leads, 12 volt positives going to the fuse, the voltage is going to the fuse, going back out, going to the switch, going back out, and into the lights itself. It's pretty interesting. But with a standard bulb like this, you're not going to be able to light it up because it's only AC only. Alright guys, if you are brand new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, please like, please share, peace out, bye guys, we'll see you in the next vlog about something maybe a little different.